Welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to focus on the following question. How do human activities that affect water, air, and land impact ecosystems? Lesson objective. Students learn important scientific terminology used in studying environmental impact and practice using this vocabulary. Over the next several lessons, you'll read about a habitat for flamingos and some of the decisions the town near the habitats are making. You will have to form an opinion about the best decision for the town to make. You will do the following. 1. Read about the flamingos. This is where you currently are. 2. Compare two habitats. 3. Think about the potential impact human actions on the habitat. 4. Prepare to debate. 5. Engage in a debate. 6. Write an argumentative essay about the topic. Answer the following questions based on the reading from the last session. What did you learn about flamingos from the previous lesson's reading? In the previous lesson, I learned that flamingos require a specific habitat for nesting. Based on what Uncle Willie said, it appears that flamingos lay one egg because he referred to it as, quote, precious egg, end quote. Write a brief summary of what you read in the previous lesson. In the previous lesson, I learned that traditional nesting sites at Lake Natron were flooded, so many flamingos chose to nest at Lake Magadi. However, more rains came and the nesting grounds flooded with very salty water. There was a soda ash factory nearby and it limited the flow of fresh water into the lake. Many chicks died because, quote, thick bracelets of salt formed around, quote, their feet, and many of them drowned. You've probably noticed that there are many ways to ask questions. Closed questions typically have one right answer. They're factual and simple. Questions that can be answered yes or no are examples of closed questions. Questions that can be answered with very few words are also closed questions. Open questions have more than one right answer. They typically require thought and reflection. They might ask for an opinion or suggest that you evaluate information. You can't answer an open question with only one or two words. They demand longer answers. Got the concept? Let's practice. Read each of the following questions and decide if it's a closed question or an open question. If it is closed, write C. If it is open, write O. Questions. What's the name of Flynn's sister? I believe this is a closed question because it can be answered in one or two words. Next question. Why do you think Flora asked Uncle Willie to tell the kids about what happened at Lake Magadi? This is an open question because it can have more than one correct answer. What year did the nesting sites at Lake Magadi flood? This is a closed question because it will require simply naming the date. Next question. Why does Flora say we couldn't just pluck down in any old habitat, end quote? This is an open question because, once again, there may be more than one way to answer this question and more than one words. And finally, is Lake Natron in Tanzania? This is a closed question because it requires one or two words to answer it. Use the information from the flamingo story to correctly answer the questions. What's the name of Flynn's sister? Now, whenever I answer questions, I always begin my answer by rephrasing the question. So the question asks, what's the name of Flynn's sister? My response will be, the name of Flynn's sister is Flo. Next question. Why do you think Flora asked Uncle Willie to tell the kids about what happened at Lake Magadi? I begin by rephrasing the question. Flora asked Uncle Willie to tell the kids about what happened at Lake Magadi to inform them of the reason they're going to Lake Natron. Next question. What year did the nesting sites at Lake Magadi flood? The nesting sites at Lake Magadi flooded in 1962. Why does Flora say, quote, we couldn't just pluck down in any old habitat, end quote? I believe that Flora said we couldn't just pluck down any old habitat because flamingos require a very specific habitat. And finally, is Lake Natron in Tanzania? Yes, Lake Natron is in Tanzania. Thanks for watching. See you next time.